I'm Kat. Welcome to my channel and a new weekly vlog. So I'm in the mood to do kind of like a reading challenge. It's been a little bit since I've done one and I think we could have some fun. So what I decided to do, we are going to do a random number generator to see how many pages we'll read. And specifically, I've been trying to think. So we're going to do just like a vague generator. It can be anything between, I'm thinking 100 I want to be my minimum. And I think I want to challenge myself, which I doubt it will get this high. It shouldn't, but I'm thinking maybe 500. Like maybe let's aim to try 500 max. So every day this week, we're going to do a little roll of a random number generator and we're going to see wherever it turns out. I'm excited. I can't wait to see how many pages, because we're going to do 100 to 500. It could be like very low, could be a lot. Who knows? This could be very challenging some days maybe it's not. So I am so excited to try this. And welcome to the channel. My name's Kat. I do a lot of book, beauty, and lifestyle content. So if you're interested, please stay tuned and subscribe to see more videos like this. All right, so I think I'm also just going to chaotically mood read while I go this week. I have a few books on my TBR for the month, but I don't know what I'm into at the moment. I think I'm just entirely going to go based on what I'm feeling. And let's do a little roll for today. So I'm just bringing up like random number generator on Google, put my min as 100, max as 500. And let's see how clear this is. Not super clear. Oh geez. Okay, we have a 457 for today. Okay, it's good. We're on the weekend, so like that's completely fine. But yeah, 457 pages to read. I'm glad that we got a high number on a weekend actually. I have no plans today. I can read a crazy amount. And do I have any idea what I want to read right now? No. So I'm gonna check through my books, see what I'm feeling, and I'll come back with you probably when I've started something and have a bit of updates to give. But let's give this a try and see how it goes. Okay, I filmed 0 updates yesterday, but I did actually read all my pages. I was just tired. I didn't feel like talking. So I first started off with reading Listen for the Lie by Amy Tintera. I'd already started this one a little bit ago, so I was like 70-ish pages in, and I thought that starting with a thriller would be like the best way to kind of get ahead of it. Also, if you hear laundry in the background, sorry. So yeah, 70 pages. When I finished that one, I was 281 pages in. So this one, let's talk about. It was a thriller where, so this one is one I probably should have listened to on audio, and I think I would recommend anyone do it. It was very good anyways. So we're following a true crime podcaster and this crime that they're investigating, and it's primarily followed from the perspective of this woman who had been basically like accused of murdering her best friend 5 years before, and they were at a wedding together. People saw her and her friend arguing, and then the friend was found murdered in the woods. Several hours later, our main character was found wandering down the woods covered in blood with no memory of the night. So a lot of people at first, they thought that she could have been a victim as well because she had like a very serious head wound, but her family's response to it was really weird, and it basically made the entire public convinced that she was the one who'd murdered her friend. So we're following years later as this true crime podcaster is following the story and ends up getting our main character Lucy involved, and they kind of team up to actually figure out what happened. Lucy still has no memory whatsoever of this night, kind of thinks that she could have been the one who did it. Like she's been pretty much convinced by everyone around her that it was probably her. So it was really good. 4 stars for me. Really enjoyed this one. I definitely think that audio would be the better way to listen to it though, because it does have this podcast element and you have the transcriptions of all the episodes, and I think that would have been very interesting to listen to that way. But really enjoyed that one. And then so after I just done that, I had 176 pages left to read. So I started on Thief of Silver and Souls by Eva Chase, and this I think is where I'm going to kind of continue for the next little bit. I'm now 35% in because I read all those pages, and this is weird. It's in this magical world. I think it's going to be a wide shoes paranormal romance, but different people have magic, and your way to magic, it seems like you have to sacrifice something. So like it seems like a lot of people sacrifice like body parts, like they'll pull out teeth, they'll cut off parts of the ears, they'll cut off fingers. All of those enable them to access power. And our main character who we're following, I think she has like an innate power, and that makes her like kind of in the drudges of society. But she is a thief, and she comes across this woman who's dying one night in the woods, or not in the woods, in an alleyway, and she's like she has a knife in her throat. She's trying to like see if she can do anything, and while she's like trying to help her, this woman dies. And because she's just a thief and she's kind of like, you know, not wanting to get anybody's attention on her, she just heads out. Then, lo and behold, something happened very weirdly where this woman who's died, spirit or soul, basically gets trapped in our main character's body. I think our main character is called Ivy. So Ivy has this dead woman's like ghost in her body and basically is telling her like, I'm involved in this group trying to take down a conspiracy. I need you to go tell my like co-conspirators that there's like what happened to me. I need you to tell them all this information, tell them who could have potentially killed me, because they were tracking down a group of people who seem to be sacrificing humans for power. So another thing is like, it's one of those, you could cut off body parts to get power, but you could also murder someone in a sacrificial ritual and through that get power. So this other girl, I think Juliet something ghost, she and these 4 men are involved in a group who are trying to like uncover this conspiracy and take it down. So Ivy goes to tell the men what's happening, and basically when they find out that the spirit is still inside her, they decide to like, let's make use of you and let's like get you involved with figuring this out. It's enjoyable so far. The world seems a little weird. The magic system seems very weird. I'm a little confused by all of that, but it does seem pretty interesting as well. So like no complaints there. I think that it definitely could be like a pretty enjoyable read. I'm getting like 3-star vibes, but there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, I'm actually 180 pages into that. So I read a little bit more, but let's roll to see how many pages we're going to read today. So bring up my random number generator. Here it is again. We'll see if you guys can see that well. The 2's there. Generate. Oh, 110. Okay. That's not bad at all. So today we really don't have a crazy amount to read, thankfully. I think I'm honestly just going to continue on in the Thief of Silver and Souls. I think that's a pretty good idea. And yeah, so this one, it's 508 pages, so I'll read like 100. Yeah, I think I'll just keep focusing on that. Nothing wrong with that. So today's pages thankfully like ended up going by crazy fast. We are still on the Thief of Silver and Souls, Eva Chase. I ended up actually going a little bit over what I had to just to finish my chapter. So I'm on page 299. That ends up being, I don't know, like 120 read today. And I'm like 58% into it. I'm enjoying it. It's still giving like very much 3-star vibes for me, where it's enjoyable. We're just following this mystery that's going on. We're trying to see who murdered our ghost. I think her name's Julietta. I'm probably wrong with that, but it's something like that. We're trying to see that, and we're also working with like her other allies to try and like work on this conspiracy that's going on. It's definitely enjoyable. My only issue, so I think there's 4 male characters and all of them have like a distinct role, and that kind of to me, aside from one of them, feels like their only actual personality. So there's like a former military guy, a scholar, a courtesan, and somebody who's connected to the royal family. And honestly, that feels like the only like differentiation for most of their personalities, aside from the former soldier. He is very cranky, but the others kind of don't have enough personality yet to really differentiate them in any way. Like all of them just have like, I'd say like one characteristic outside of their profession, and that is the only thing that actually like speaks about them. Like it's their only personality piece. Like I don't know, the scholar likes books and he's covered in this like face mask because you're meant to believe that he has some crazy facial deformity. That's like it. So this is just kind of like, I have this issue sometimes with why choose books where if they're not that great, sometimes I feel like you really just like mix between the characters so easily. And yeah, that's kind of the issue here. But otherwise, super easy to read that today. We started watching Fallout tonight, which I am loving. We watched 3 episodes, and I don't know, like from what I'd seen for the advertisement was not at all what I actually went into it thinking it was about, but I am wildly enjoying it. And yeah, just any kind of post-apocalyptic sci-fi-esque show I will be in. And this one has been fantastic so far. Also, I've never played the game. I don't really game, so I know like pretty much nothing about it, but it's been great so far. So yeah, that's all we have for today, I guess. We'll see tomorrow how many pages. I'm off, thankfully, so if it's another day of high pages, we'll be fine. But otherwise, going well. did like 0 updates yesterday because honestly I was just on my period and having a very rough time. So the number that we got, it was 267, as you would have seen in that b-roll, and thankfully, so that was enough that I was able to finish Thief of Silver and Souls. So it was like on page 300, and there's 206 pages left. So I finished that. It is 3 stars. It like exactly kind of how I was predicting. Perfectly enjoyable. Again, have no issues with it. It was just kind of started to go into that wide cheese territory, and all of the men felt interchangeable. None of them felt like they had a distinct enough personality. And also there's this investigation that our main characters are going through to try and figure out like what is happening and like this potential cult who's sacrificing all of these people to gain power. And I just didn't find that mystery to be interesting enough. Like it didn't go far enough. In a lot of ways, it didn't have enough intrigue to really keep me that interested. So 3 stars, enjoyable, but nothing, not spectacular. I don't know, I haven't decided yet if I want to continue on in this series. Probably no. I think book 2 is out and I don't know, I don't think I'm interested enough to keep going. And then I decided after that to start on Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. And I'll be honest, I didn't finish my pages for it. I had to read about like 60 and I'm 22 pages in. So whatever we get today, I'll be adding 40 to that number. I just was not in the mood to read last night. I was way too tired. I'm on my period. I was having a terrible day. But this, too early to really say anything about. Seems like it could be enjoyable though. So let's roll and see what today is going to bring us. This is my generator. Can you see it? Can you see it? I don't know. Oh God, 428. All right. We're gonna have an intense reading day today. That's fine. I have a lot to read. That's a lot though. I think, honestly, I have a few thrillers I need to read. So reading Listen for the Lie was fantastic because I sped through it, and I feel that way about thrillers. So I have 2 Frida McFadden ones I need to read for different videos coming up in Vlogmas. So maybe I'll start focusing on those. Like I'll definitely read what I can of this, but when I read like ebooks, I fly through them. So maybe I will alternate between those. I have The Teacher and The Boyfriend that I need to read. And I don't think either are super long, but they're also books I can guarantee I will like absolutely fly through. So yeah, it's 428 plus 40, 468. It's a lot for today. We can do it though. We can do it. I'm not going to get too stressed. It's 6 a.m. right now and I'm just filming this before I start work. But between like lunch and after work and everything, we should be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. All right. I'll check in later. I like 100% failed my pages yesterday, like not even close. It was a busy day, crazy work day and mentally tiring. Plus like after work, we went to Costco. Yeah, not exciting. And then working out and everything. Like by the time I was done, it was 8 p.m. And yeah, I was so mentally tired that anyways, did barely any of the pages I had to do. So the first part of this morning, we're going to focus on finishing those because I think I have less than 200 to go. I don't have that many. I'm okay. But we're going to focus on that first and then I'll come back and re-roll. So first off, I decided to try and focus on speed. So fast books. So I'm primarily on my e-reader. I didn't pick up Just for the Summer again. It's not in the mood. So I started The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. Honestly, I don't really like any of her books. I'll be very, very serious and say I don't think she's a good writer. I'm going to read this for a list video I have coming up. So I'm 251 pages into that, which, what did I start with? 467? I could do some mental math right now, but it's too early in the morning. Okay, so 260. I did read something else, but so yeah, I'm 251 pages in. I'm almost done this one. It's like 360, so I'll probably just finish that this morning. We're following 2 timelines. One timeline is a teenage boy named Tom, and we're telling him he's kind of like really, really murderous, I guess is the way to say it. He's just going through his life. He has a new girlfriend. He's hiding a bunch of things, but also he seems to always just thinking about how he could murder people and gets like really excited at the sight of blood, like all this stuff. And then in the other timeline, present day, following a young woman who lives in New York City, has been having a terrible time dating. One of her friends in her building got murdered. And then a few months later, she meets this man who she'd kind of run into a few times in the neighborhood. He'd saved her like one time when she was getting attacked, like this type of stuff. And they start dating. But she's starting to realize that like he has a lot of really weird stuff, like, and he is hiding secrets. So he definitely was telling her that his last name was Brown, but then they run into one of his patients because he's a doctor, and she keeps calling him Dr. Brene. Like, and anyways, he then tells her, he's like, no, I always told you that was my last name. Like, you must have just misheard me. Like, he's hardcore gaslighting her. And he told her he worked at NYU. Turns out he's at another hospital. And he's like, yeah, no, I used to work there. That's probably why I told you that. And then also, like, he claims he only carries his work phone around, and that's why, like, when they're sitting together, she sent him like a link for something and it didn't come up on his phone. And he's like, oh no, you're sending it to my personal phone. This is my work phone. And like all of these things that he's like really, really intensely gaslighting. You can tell that he is keeping all these secrets. So at the same time, not only has her friend died, but her ex-boyfriend is the detective on the case of her friend's murder. And he's told her that there's been quite a few repeat killings. So it seems like there might be a serial killer. And, you know, we're definitely going to start suspecting that it might be him. It's fine. It's not great. The writing is not good by any means, but it's okay. Then I started King of Sloth by Anna Huang, and I got 90 pages into this. So where am I at? I only have 126 left to read today. Could have done that math in my head, but I did not want to. I would describe this series as like a billionaires behaving badly. So we're following a rich heir to this company. His father's dying and he's set to inherit billions, but he has certain clauses in his inheritance that basically his family has to deem that he is not an embarrassment to them because he's been a crazy party guy for a while. So he's kind of like a party guy on the men. And then we're following his publicist, who is working like very, very closely with him to try and keep him in line. And right now he is very attracted to her. Right now he kind of like made a deal with her to bring her on a vacation with him and just be like, I will go to these galas if you come on a vacation and just hang out with me for a week. So that's kind of where we're at. Her books are fine. They're just like, you know, billionaires behaving badly. I'm okay with that. That's kind of something that I'm definitely into the vibe for. So I'm gonna finish these. I have like 100 pages left of The Boyfriend. So if I finish that and then a little bit more of King of Sloth, I should be perfectly positioned to start today's pages. And I am praying that today we don't have a crazy amount. So I'm gonna finish this and then I'll come back in a bit. All right, today's pages are done. Yesterday's pages are done. So thankfully, The Boyfriend ended up being very, very fast to read. Very thankful for that. Made a huge difference. Made today go very, very good this morning. And I think part of it, so thrillers are always a fast read for me. Also, I was not that invested in this one, so that helped. I wasn't like wanting to make it go slower. And also the writing is very simplistic in this one. So read that, then read a little bit more of King of Sloth, and we're done. I'm giving The Boyfriend 3 stars. It was decent. I will say the like plot twist at the end, didn't really expect it. I was pleasantly surprised, and yeah, didn't actually expect to be surprised by it. Though I think this is a similar twist that she's done in one of her other books, or at least one that I've read. So maybe I shouldn't have been surprised. But let's do a little random number generator to see what today's pages are. This is, oh, you can see so many fingerprints on it. No, that didn't work. 122. Thankfully. I was really hoping we'd have under 300 today. So 122. Amazing. I am so happy with that. We'll probably be continuing on either Just for the Summer or King of Sloth. Maybe both. Either way, super, super happy with that. So it's 9 a.m. right now. I'm gonna go work out, and otherwise don't have too much going on today. I'm gonna be filming some videos and filming some stuff for Instagram because I do have quite a bit. Like, honestly, if you were looking at my vanity right now, it's overwhelming, like how many things I have set aside to film for videos. But I did have an eye infection for a bit, and I'm finally able to like put makeup on my eye again today. So I have like a few palettes that I wanted to start filming looks with, and a lot of makeup that I want to start doing things with. So that will start today. And yeah, 122 pages. We're doing good. And try to get ahead on some of my other videos for this month too, and some for December. Might as well get started on some of the videos because why not? But yeah, gonna work out. Today's a leg day. It's gonna be rough. I did like a shoulder. It was more shoulder focused yesterday, and the shoulder, like, it's always very, very tight, and it's something that I really, really need to work on my mobility on this one. But it is so sore today. Like, I feel like I really, really need to properly stretch it out better before my workouts now. Because yeah, the shoulder mobility is not there. But yeah, I'm gonna go work out right now and then check in later. we're gonna give hip thrusts a try. Last workout, they did not go well, so we're gonna try it again with the bar. I'm really happy because I was actually able to do that. So last time I did a hip thrust, it went terribly. Like last time I tried just with the barbell, or with the bar. So it's like I had to take a few months off because I had a leg injury, and whew, I lost so much of my strength, but we're doing good today.
A quarter pounder with cheese with a medium fry.
So great news, I actually not only got my pages done, went over really easy today, and I'm like super glad that today was actually such a low reading day because it gave me the chance to like focus on so many other things, which was needed. I needed a day where like I wasn't really reading focused and just kind of get my life in order. It was a busy day too. Like I had a flu shot this morning, which, you know, you wouldn't really think is that busy, but it's just something that like kind of takes it out of me. Like I get very tired after I get like a flu shot. And then I filmed a bunch of stuff for Instagram. Husband and I hung out for quite a while, so like a lot of good things. But yeah, went over my pages. I think I went like 30 pages over where I was supposed to, but really loving this one. Deeply enjoying it. I'm just so into the male love interest in this story. He is so cute and so sweet, and I'm just getting like the best vibe ever from him. So that's fantastic. That like makes me so excited. And yeah, today was very successful. Otherwise, like just super productive and really happy with how today went. So another one checked off. Hey, it's Thursday night now. I was very much going to take today as a complete wash and just like, you know, take it as a loss. I've been feeling terrible all day, and I'm pretty sure it's because of our flu shot, because Simon's been feeling the same way. Like both of us have just had a headache and like intense exhaustion all day. And yeah, I'm like 99% sure. Just we had a flu shot yesterday and our bodies are adjusting. But yeah, so it's 8 p.m. I have done like nothing today aside from work, and even that was like the hardest thing ever. Like I took a nap at lunch and a nap after work, and weirdly right now at 8 p.m. I'm finally starting to feel a little bit better, and I'm having like a second wind of energy, which was probably because of my after work pre-dinner little nap. But I feel like I want to read some, and even though there is like zero chance I will finish my pages today unless they are like 100, I kind of want to still roll and see what I can do. So definitely not gonna finish these. I'm not super worried about it. I'll add it to whatever tomorrow is, because tomorrow's gonna be the last day I'm vlogging for this. But I'm feeling motivated. I want to keep reading. I really want to probably keep going on just for the summer. I have like realistically 1 to 2 hours right now just to chill and hang out and read, and I'm really feeling like I want to. So I need to find my iPad, and then we're gonna roll to see how much we're reading right now. Also, I think showering was like one of the best things I could have done for myself right now, because I was just feeling so gross and disgusting, and it definitely helped to kind of clean a little bit. And yeah, I'm gonna make some popcorn too. I'm gonna like have a great little night reading because I'm home alone right now, and like, yeah, let's enjoy it. I'm gonna cuddle with my little buddy, and yeah, we're gonna have a great time. So okay, let's bring this up. Where is the random number generator? We have 430 pages. All right. No way in hell that is going to get done tonight, but we're going to do what we can. And then tomorrow morning, we'll finish that up before we roll for the next time. So I do very much want to continue on just for the summer, because I am deeply enjoying this. It has just been going like in such a nice direction. Like I am loving the male main character so much. I've heard a few people say that he gives like Nick Miller vibes, and yeah, pretty much. He is just like one of the like quirkiest and most interesting male main characters. Just I love how cute he is and how much he's trying on these dates that our main characters are going on. Because I don't know if I explained it, but both of them believe they have a curse on them, where the person, so everyone who dates them, after they break up, they immediately go on to find like their one true love. So both of them have had these experiences, and he kind of posts like a thread on Reddit just kind of talking about it. And then our other main character, she reads it and is like, wait, I have that too. Ends up kind of sending him a message as a joke, and they start really chatting. They start like calling each other every day. Somehow like really develops into a friendship, and they decide let's try dating each other for a month, and we'll break up afterwards, and we'll both go on and live happily ever after. So she's a travel nurse and gets a contract for the summer in his hometown, which I think he's in Minnesota. I think that's where all of the other books take place as well. So yeah, she's living there for the summer and they're just having a fun time dating each other. And because they know it's like not going to be, or at least the intention is that it's not going to be long term, neither of them are going into it like crazy seriously, I guess. They're like, let's just have fun. Let's go on some fun dates together. Let's get to know each other. We'll be friends at the end of this, but it'll be great. And I'm just loving the vibes through and through. So where am I at? I'm on page 159. It's about 400 pages. Yeah, just under 400, I think. So I'm definitely not going to finish this tonight. There's no way. But if I did finish that would be 240. And then I can continue on. I have so many other stacks of books because the Goodreads nominees just came out, and you will be seeing very shortly that I'm reading the top 20 in several categories. Also doing Vlogmas this year, which I've started prepping for, and I'm really excited. I tried to do it last year and just ended up failing completely. I lost steam really early on. But this year, I'm starting to see some growth in my channel. I'm starting to really kind of find more of a passion for doing YouTube. And like I took a few months off, and I think that really, really helped me because I was able to kind of like, reinvigorate the enjoyment that I was having. And I'm finally starting to see a little bit of growth, which is nice. Obviously, like I'm just doing this for fun. This is my hobby through and through, but it does feel good to kind of see the numbers start to go up a little bit more. So yeah, I have a lot of stacks of books to do. And right now this is the romance, and I'm going to be working on, I think, the top 20 romance books first. So I have that. I can continue on King of Sloth on KU, and then I have a few others here that I should read as well. But I might do this. I might do The Teacher by Freida McFadden. Again, not the biggest fan of her, but that is for the thriller list, and it should be a very, very fast read. Yeah, that one's 400 pages, so like that could work well. Also, like when eventually I'm going to go up to bed, and I do not like to read a physical book in bed. I only read like my ebooks because I find them awkward to hold in bed. So at some point I'll definitely just be switching over to the iPad for that. But yeah, I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna make some popcorn. I'm gonna start this. We're gonna cuddle up. We're gonna have, maybe I'll light a candle. I don't know. It's gonna be a nice little night for the next like few hours. So let's get started. I've only read like 20 pages, but we are gonna have to transition to the bed because my dog is telling me it's bedtime. He gets like very insistent around this time of night that it is time to go upstairs. So we are gonna go up. We'll say, I think 23 pages read. So how many did I have to read? 430? So I still have 400 to go. Yeah, I'm just gonna switch over to my ebook. I'm not sure what one I'm gonna go with yet. I might just do The Teacher for something a little quick and silly, but we'll see. Maybe I'll do King of Sloth. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I do know I am being told by my sweet old puppy that he needs to go to bed. So I'm gonna head upstairs. So in fact, I did embarrassingly bad last night. I read 28 pages of The Teacher. So basically from where we had to be, the amount of pages we were supposed to read yesterday, I still have 395. So we're not gonna roll again today. We're just gonna finish these 395 and like call it a day, call it a video. Yeah, that's just where we are. I did bad. Probably should have just scrapped yesterday, but whatever. I'm gonna continue on just for the summer right now. I'm really, really feeling it. I really want to keep going. And yeah, this again, I think it's like a little over 200 pages left. So then we'll see what we want to do after that. But yeah, I'm excited for this one. We're gonna keep reading this. We're just gonna pretend like all of these pages are one day and yeah, not roll again for today. So it's Friday. It is, what time is it? It's a little after 4, so I just finished up work. Not too much going on tonight. I should work out, but also my tummy is bothering me, so maybe we won't. We're gonna order food later. We will probably hang out and watch TV or a movie, which actually we finished watching Fallout last night and so good. So good. We've been like really trying to watch, I don't even know what, we've just been trying to watch like things that interest us lately and just things that are really fun, and we've been having a great time with it. So like we watched Shogun, fantastic, and then this was fantastic. Snowpiercer was great except for the last season. We rewatched Game of Thrones. Like we've been just really watching a lot of fun things lately, and I'm not sure where we're gonna go next. Like I don't know if we have any, I can't remember if we decided what we're gonna watch yet. want to watch next, but there's so many shows that we kind of have like earmarked as things to go to. I'm super excited. And also it's great to do these shows that are just like one season, so it's like feels like we are checking something off, like we are accomplishing something when we finish it. But yeah, that's gonna be tonight. There's really nothing going on, so I'm gonna start getting back into this. I'm really excited, just loving the vibes, and yeah, hopefully I should be able to finish it, I think. Hello. Okay, so it is 9 p.m. and I'm finally done with all of my pages that I had to do. So tonight we're kind of like, we've been watching all of the James Bond movies just like in the background while we do things for the past few days. Like usually Simon's either gaming or working and I'm reading. And it's been weirdly fun. We kind of messed up. So we watched Spectre and No Time to Die. And now we're going back and watching, so we're just watching the Daniel Craig movies. So we just watched Casino Royale today. So yeah, like we watched the last two and now we're going back and watching the others, but whatever. We have been doing that and it's super fun. I'm really enjoying the rewatch. So I finished Just for the Summer, 5 stars. This, I think it actually is going to take my spot so far for favorite romance of 2024. I absolutely love this. Love the characters, love the relationship. There were some really good representations of mental health issues and just the deep effects that they can have on a person and relationships, as well as a lot of extenuating circumstances that really led to like complications in relationships that made a lot of sense. Like the issues that they were having as a couple were very grounded in reality in a lot of ways. It wasn't just like a silly miscommunication or a silly misunderstanding. They were like very deeply real things that our characters had to work through to like be happy with themselves and with each other, and really appreciate that. I love seeing things like that in books, and it kind of is what tends to lead from just like a fun silly romance to something that is, you know, very intensely like important for me, something that I can really like get emotionally invested in and really deeply care about what's going on. So yeah, 5 stars. Loved it. Love the characters. I think we are going to have one of my all-time favorite male main characters. Yeah, I think Justin's going to be like one of my favorite love interests that I've read of, especially from this year, I can guarantee. And then I did read, I think after that I had like 200 pages, and I've been continuing on King of Sloth by Anna Huang. So I'm 285 pages into it now. No, I'm 300 pages in. Sorry, I'm 300 pages in. Wow, weirdly read that number wrong. And that brings me to 64%. So I'm enjoying this. It's just like, so we're following a publicist and her client who is this like rich playboy, and he's kind of on the outskirts of his family, and she's basically there to make sure that he doesn't embarrass the family by doing anything too crazy. And after his father passes, he inherits a bunch of the money and the company, and has some very specific conditions that she's kind of involved with making sure he hits. And they're also at the same time starting a romance. It's enjoyable. Like so far, honestly, like I'm not really thinking anything about it. It's enjoyable. So yeah, 64% into that. And there we are for today. So I overall think this was a pretty fun experiment. It was definitely like very hard though to do the days when it was like basically anything over 300 pages on a day when I was working felt impossible. And I guess that's just like a good lesson for myself of like how hard it can be, like to try and balance work and everything else. But overall, this was fun. We got some books read. Never gonna complain about that. And yeah, a few more off my like list of to be read. So thanks for watching, friends. If you have any suggestions for like, you know, little written challenges to do in the future, let me know down below, because I would love to keep doing some like little challenge vlogs for myself. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I will see you in a video soon.